How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Rouse back with another video. Just did my normal non-Marvel Legends top 10. As you can see behind me, my Marvel Legends shelves are full. We're gonna do a collection toward the beginning of next year, but for now we've got to talk about what the best Marvel Legends of this year were. So my rules are: can't be a re-release, can't be just a repaint or a repack or a reissue, so it has to be brand new release this year. I'm pretty sure I got almost every single one off my shelves. It was a pain in the butt, but I did it for y'all so I can process of eliminate the ones that are worst first. Not worst as in bad, but like not top 10 first, and then by the end of it we'll have 10 figures and those will be my top 10. So it's a split decision thing. I'm not like, I have kind of an idea of how it's going to go, but like nothing is predetermined. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into it with our top 10 Marvel Legends of 2024. So here we have in front of us, I'm pretty sure, I know I don't have Superior Spider-Man down there, but I know he's not going to be in my top 10. Anyway, so that's the only one I didn't grab because he was just in a precarious position on my shelf, and I already had enough stress from this. So as you can see, there are a lot of Marvel Legends figures here. There's some in the back you can't see. We've got that Carnage in movie Venom, and then movie Doc Ock. So we do have a couple MCU figures, but I don't know how many are going to make it in the top 10 because this is just going to be, as I go, I'm going to be picking and pulling figures out. And we will start with, the Into the Spider-Verse Gwen that I just got the other day, just because she's not in the normal colors that we would have, and she's really great articulated, pinless, and spindly, but she's from an animated movie. So also by that factor, we are going to get rid of Spider-Man 2099 right here. Cool figure, just not going to make it in my top 10. And we're going to get rid of the Peter B. Parker Spider-Man because he is the animated movie figure, and as great as they are, I don't think they're going to make it into the top 10 because I just eliminated them. So moving forward, let's see here. So I do like this Jean Grey. It's really awesome. But it's on the same body as Captain Marvel, and I like Miss Marvel, actually, the new Miss Marvel figure. And I like Miss Marvel better, and it is on that Black Widow buck. But both of them gave us some new opportunities with the new chest piece, because the Black Widow one, as you can see, the Sharon Carter is also using that, had the sculpted in zipper and stuff. So this one has a new torso, which can be painted over. So good figure, but we still have Miss Marvel in here. So Phoenix Jean Grey, she was also expensive, so she's gonna get removed from the top 10. My Vision, his cape broke, so I had to get a new cape. So that automatically disqualifies him because something broke, despite him being a really cool version of Vision, and he looks great and all that stuff. And I do like the soft goods cape. It's just, it broke, it shouldn't break. So Vision is gonna get eliminated, and I'm trying to get to that crappy Spider-Man that's back there without knocking things over. Let's see. I think next we're gonna get rid of Giant Man from that 2-pack just because Hank is a jerk and we don't really like him. So we're going to eliminate Giant Man. And then next, I love this Sharon Carter figure. She's really cool, but the Black Widow was great. I love that head sculpt with the hair bun. And I used the other one for my Sue Storm on the retro card Sue Storm because that head sculpt that she came with was awful. So multi-use, but this Sharon Carter is really cool, but she's not gonna make it to my top 10. So who are we going to grab next? Let's see if I can get him, because I really, really want to get rid of this. Surprisingly, a Spider-Man, oh, we only locked over one figure. Surprisingly, a Spider-Man is getting eliminated, but y'all know how I feel about this Sunfire Buck Spider-Man that we got with the 2-pack Vulture, who's a really cool figure, but he's also a VHS version, so he ain't gonna make it to the top 10 either. The proportions are bad. He's missing articulation, so they removed articulation and gave us the ugly waist cut, the smaller shoulders, so this Spider-Man is getting eliminated very, very super early because, in my opinion, he's the worst pinless Spider-Man that we've gotten. Who is going to get eliminated next? Well, I can't eliminate Spider-Man on the Sunfire Buck and then be like, Quicksilver's okay on that buck, because I just think the Sunfire Buck, even though they made it pinless and updated, I just think it's outdated and they should just get rid of it altogether. So the Walmart exclusive Quicksilver Pinless Quicksilver. He's cool. He's an update. But I don't like that buck, so he's going to get eliminated. I think next we're going to get rid of Brother Voodoo over here. Cool figure. Don't know too much about the character. I know he was a Sorcerer Supreme at some point, but we have cooler figures that we got this year. Just a Pinless update of an older one as well, so, you know, there's cooler figures. Not saying Brother Voodoo's not cool, but not in my top 10 this year. Next, I think we're gonna get rid of Wong. I don't have the Doctor Strange up here because all I did was take his legs and sell off that Doctor Strange because I didn't like the head sculpt and the colors. The other one I had was better. So Wong, and also Bats. Wong and Bats are going to get eliminated because they are as a pair, and Bats is great. He's just an non-articulated static figure. So bye to the two of y'all. We're slowly clearing this out. Oh man, I forgot my Astonishing Wolverine. Well, we'll just say I'm eliminating Astonishing Wolverine now because there's two other versions of Wolverine that I like a lot more than the Astonishing one. Next, we will get rid of the Secret Wars retro carded Iron Man. He is pinless, which is amazing. It's supposed to be Rhodey, which is one mistake, and then the arc symbol should be yellow. So that Iron Man is gonna go. He's not gonna make it to the top 10. And then we're gonna get rid of Luke Cage Power Man. It is great to get new pinless, bigger sized bucks, but as far as characters go, Luke Cage is not in my list of favorites. He's really cool though, like a great figure. The 2-pack itself was really good. In fact, should I get rid of Iron Fist? You know, I think Iron Fist is going to stay for now, and Luke Cage is going to go. So, bye Luke, I love you, sweet Christmas. I can't believe I eliminated him. Who's next? So we'll get rid of this Vulture from that 2-pack Spider-Man because he's animated series, and I actually got the classic Vulture for my shelf, so I don't even need this one anymore. Gonna get rid of him. So if you want to check out my eBay, he'll be up there at some point. Oh boy, alright, so we've got Zabu and Blackheart. We got a couple of BAFs up here. Not too many. We'll get rid of this Rogue, and she's actually got a different head sculpt in the Outback Rogue because I wanted her to look like she did from X-Men 97. And I just think because the Rogue in Destiny 2-pack, I love this costume for Rogue. It's her first appearance costume, and Destiny's not up here. We're just gonna eliminate them together. Overpriced, $50 for these two figures, and they both come with an extra set of hands, and that was it. So goodbye to this Rogue, and who is next? All right, so y'all know I love Spider-Man, and I was really glad to get Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider-Man. But in my opinion, the Renew Your Vows, well, because he just goes on my Spider-Man shelf, he's perfect for that. But when it comes to other Marvel Legends, look how he's the same height essentially as Captain America, and that is too tall. You can argue with me in the one, in fact, comment down below. Let me know which buck you think is better. But for scaling and for musculature and all that stuff, the Renew Your Vows buck is too big. There is no debate about it. Now you can say the Amazing Fantasy one is too small, but the Renew Your Vows one is too big. So for that reason, and for that reason only, we are going to get rid of Ben Reilly. I love this suit. I was so excited to get him, but too big. So there can only be one Spider-Man this year. I forgot to put Bishop up here, but we're gonna eliminate Bishop because I saw him and I was like, cool figure, brand new sculpt figure I didn't have, but not an X-Men I know a lot about. So I just wanted to round out that 90s team, and now I basically did. So I love Tiger Stripe Wolverine, I love Black and Yellow Wolverine, and I love X-Men 97. However, Wolverine is jaundiced, and they did not paint his arm hair. So for those two reasons, like he's got yellow skin, we're going to eliminate the X-Men 97 Wolverine. Next, we're going to get rid of Danny Ketch. I love that he came with the bike. He's just a little bit too short. I love the pinless stuff, but he's like very, very short compared to Johnny Blaze. So Danny Ketch and his bike are gone next. The bike isn't up here, but that's where we're at. And then I think we're going to get rid of Zabu. I love Zabu. He's such a cool figure. And Kazar. I really wanted the Sabertooth Tiger, and I really wanted Kazar, and they still need to make, I forget what her name is, but the She-Devil, they need to make Kazar's wife, Zabu's sister or mommy or whatever, however you want to call it. We're going to eliminate these three. It would have been nice if we had finished out 2024 with all three of them from the Savage Lands, but we didn't. So goodbye Zabu and Kazar. Easy elimination right here. I didn't even see him in the back. We're gonna get rid of Icarus. Don't really have any other Eternals other than Cersei, and Icarus is kind of a jerk, so yeah, bye Icarus. Next, we're gonna get rid of Nick Fury Sr., which also means Nick Fury Jr. because of the same exact body mold, just because Shield, not superheroes. Really great to have this new pinless buck. It's always great to get new pinless bucks. So I'm not knocking this figure, it's just there's better ones that came out this year, which is surprising because that 3-pack was so good. So thanks to my girlfriend, I think we finally got the lighting figured out. So we've still got a couple more figures to eliminate here. So let's see. Next, I think we're going to get rid of Lilith because she's really cool. She's, you know, pinless, and she's on that Shriek buck, so she's updated. But there's a lot more cooler female figures that came out this year, and she is the mother of all demons, as you all know, from the Blackheart Build-A-Wave. Gosh, I couldn't think of his name. He's still sitting up here too. So yeah, Lilith is the first, well, not the first, but she is going to be eliminated from the top 10. And next, I would say maybe we're gonna get rid of the Beyonder because he didn't even show up like this until Secret Wars 2 from 1985. And they could have used this spot to make Volcano, which would have been so much better than wasting it on the Beyonder. But it is still cool to get that little battle world, so he gets eliminated. And then next, we're gonna get rid of one of the MCU figures. We're gonna get rid of movie Deadpool because I love Deadpool. I love Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Deadpool, but as far as figures go, he just has an ab crunch and could have used a wash and a little bit, you know, just a little bit of TLC to make him that much better. And also, I don't really know if any MCU figures, maybe Carnage will get on the top 10 or maybe Doc Ock. I don't know, we'll see. But there wasn't a lot of MCU releases that I really felt like I needed because also it was a light year for movies and stuff. As far as Marvel, we just had Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, bye Deadpool, love ya. Such a good year for Marvel Legends. I don't want to get rid of anybody, but I guess we'll get rid of Doom because other than the cloth cape, it's mostly reuse. Sorry, I gotta close the door. And I also gave him that Secret Wars normal face with that mask coming off because it just looks cooler. So yeah, Dr. Doom from the Cabal 3-pack is going to be eliminated. So who's it gonna be next? Who's getting eliminated? Goodbye, Jean. Completely new sculpt on her, brand new figure, really cool figure. But as far as the female Marvel Legends, there were much better ones. Even the Phoenix release that we got this year was a better Jean Grey. So I still love it. She still has a place on my shelf, but she does not have a place in my top 10. Next, I think we're gonna get rid of good old Taskmaster from that Cabal 3-pack. Really cool figure, nice pinless update, lots of accessories, but as hard to believe it is, there were much better figures this year, and I like that. So next, I think we're gonna go with an MCU elimination here, and I love this Doc Ock. I'm happy we're getting Lizard next year, but his lack of torso articulation and lack of butterfly joints, and essentially having to like use these to stand up because there's really not a way to pose them out of the way, takes some points away because it is hard to get him to stand up on these octopus legs. There, not the sturdiest of things, but you can do it, and he's still a cool figure, and it is no hate on this Alfred Molina Doc Ock. It's just not in my top 10 this year. So now it's gonna start to get kind of difficult, but I think I'm gonna just finish off getting rid of the Cabal 3-pack because I prefer Norman Osborn as the Green Goblin. Great to have the Iron Patriot, great to have most of the Cabal. Blackheart just took a dive back there, but Norman is the Green Goblin in my opinion, but this Norman fits perfectly on my villain shelf, which is where I'm putting him back right now. So yeah, Norman is gone, the Cabal pack is eliminated, and next I think we're gonna get rid of Nightcrawler. Love Nightcrawler, not my favorite X-Men though, and there's only a couple of X-Men left, and Cyclops isn't my favorite either, but that's such a good Cyclops. I really don't know who's going to be in the top 10 this year, but we're going to get rid of Nightcrawler. Love him. No hate on Nightcrawler, just not in my top 10 this year. Next, we're going to get rid of the MCU Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine, just because to get the best version from the movie, I had to make it myself and do that arm swap, which, you know, he's fully articulated and it works completely. I say that and then I go to show off and I snapped it off, but I fixed it. It went right back in there. But as you can see, it works very well. So I had to make it myself, so automatically it gets eliminated. Although he did make it pretty far just because it's still a really, really sick Wolverine. Next, I think we're going to get rid of our Blackheart build figure. Just because as cool as he is and as awesome as he is for Marvel vs. Capcom and your villains display, there's just so many better releases than Blackheart. Like if they'd given him a wash and a separate head and all that, maybe he'd be higher in the list. But for now, for this, you know, well, for this year, he's not, I don't know if they're going to release another one. Blackheart is going to be eliminated, unfortunately, because he's so cool. Next to go is our updated Sony Venom from Let There Be Carnage. It is nice to get an updated version of him, but these are very, very loose and wobbly, and they didn't add anything like pinless or butterfly joints or anything, so if you re-release and you just add some new accessories and repaint it, that's cool, but it's not going to go in my top 10. Next, I think we're going to get rid of Dracula. Once again, a really cool release. We got a lot of Draculas in the last couple years, which is really cool. I love me some vampires. But once again, limited articulation and just so many more cool releases of awesome classic versions of heroes that we've been needing. So yeah, I love Dracula. I love this Dracula, but not making it on the top 10. All right, so we have 14 left, so that means we got to get rid of, gosh, 4 more? That sucks. All right, well, movie Carnage, you're going, because there's just too many cool comic figures left up here, and as much as I love me some MCU and movie figures, I mean, this Carnage is really cool. If you wanted to fit him in your comic shelf, it would not work because he's too big. So that's another way that's just like, this is a very one and done Venom because he's dead in that movie. He's gone. It's over. We're not going to see him again probably, especially because Sony just said they're done with everything except for Venom, which probably means they're going to fold Venom into the MCU and just make their money that way. So we're going to get rid of Carnage, and there is just comic book figures left. So now we have to get rid of 3 more of these awesome figures. I don't know what to do here, man. Oof. All right, so we are going to get rid of Titania, not because I don't love this figure. I do, but what they should have done is not painted this. It should have all been skin because she's a fashion designer and she designed that with her chest all the way open, and that kind of changes her first appearance outfit because it's not accurate. So if they had done that, she probably would have stayed on my top 10. But goodbye, Titania. Next, frick. Let's see. See, this is getting so hard for me, y'all. Like, I had one in mind what I was going to do, and now I just don't know if that's what's going to happen. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2 more. Frick. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of this Janet. Not because she's a bad figure, but because there's not really much use for the new parts that they did for her other than another Wasp costume. So the reused parts are limited, and we won't get like a bunch more Wasps, but this head sculpt is gorgeous. This figure is amazing, and she's really, really hard to eliminate. I like this Janet figure a lot, but for the sake of getting down and dirty and having a bunch of my favorite characters in here, I would say bye, Janet. Oh my god, so I have to get rid of 1 more. Like, these are awesome. Like, alright, Iron Fist, you made it really far. You were number 11, so I don't know how many figures we had, but you were the last one eliminated, so big ups to you. He's on the Renew Your Vows body, and so is Daredevil, and that's the reason why I had to get rid of 1 of them. This is so, I mean, that's a cel-shaded Daredevil, and the other one's just cel-shaded. This Iron Fist is so cool, and he came with all those hands. You know what? We're gonna have an upset. Iron Fist, you're staying, and Daredevil, guess what? You're going, because you are cel-shaded, and no one else is cel-shaded on this top 10. So, Wow, you see what happens? You see if you stick around and watch all the way through, like this is a very contentious top 10. So Daredevil, despite me taking forever and ever and ever to get a red classic Daredevil, he's still cell shaded. So here we have our top 10. Now I will have to order them. Gosh. So coming up at number 10, because he was almost eliminated, we have Iron Fist on the Renew Your Vows body. Pinless, classic look. That's the main thing here, is this is the classic version of most of these characters. Just perfectly painted, so many hands. That's what put him over the top. It would have been nice if we got actually glowy hands, but those effect pieces are really nice as well. So Danny Rand, Iron Fist, is our number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Power Princess. Now, she is from the Squadron Supreme. She was a very expensive figure because she looks like Wonder Woman, and that is intentional. A lot of people turned this figure into their own custom Wonder Woman because Todd McFarlane has only released one, and it still is a bad Wonder Woman in my opinion. Too tall, too expensive, too many things, too long of a wait. But a lot of people got Power Princess to turn her into Wonder Woman, and I just think that having all these new female bucks, because we got She-Hulk this year, we got Power Princess this year, we got Titania this year, we got the new torso pieces from the Phoenix. Is that one painted on as well? Yeah, from Miss Marvel and from Phoenix. So it was the year of pinless female bucks. Now we don't have butterfly joints on her, or the Titania, or the She-Hulk, but that's because they're bigger figures, and a lot of bigger figures don't have them. But I think that she is a worthy number 9 for 2024, and she came out all the way at the beginning of the year, almost last year. All right, so 10, 9. At number 8, we have Cyclops, or Slim, as some people like to call him. Took a long time to get a new, updated, classic Jim Lee Cyclops, but it was worth the wait. The only problem I have with it is the X-Men 97 stylized head, and the older Jim Lee head that I had didn't fit on it properly either. But regardless, he still slides right in with the rest of my X-Men and Marvel Legends figures, and he has that really awesome effect piece. And then they just showed off that new blue and yellow one with that bigger effect piece. So that means they're going to get a classic Cyclops at some point, and I really, really can't wait for a classic blue and yellow pirate booted, fully head covered Cyclops. So number 8 is our X-Men 97 Cyclops. Coming in at number 7, we have our Black Heartwave Moon Knight, and Moon Knight is up here. He is a little undersized. He should be slightly taller than Captain, or like, yeah, a little bit taller and bulkier than Captain America. Mark Spector is not a small dude, but I am glad to get a pinless Moon Knight in this awesome outfit that he had when he was going in the West Coast Avengers, and a bunch of other cool books. So yeah, really good look for Moon Knight, and I'm happy to have him pinless. So he is our number 7. At number 6, we have Frank Castle from the War Journal and Bushwhacker 2-pack. I didn't even bother putting Bushwhacker up there because I think he really sucks. He's one of my worst figures of the year. He's awful, just like that Sunfire Spider-Man. So I didn't even bother putting him up here. But this Punisher is amazing. We get a brand new buck with fully articulated body except for the toe joints. Like he has, upper diaphragm, ab crunch, butterfly joints, pinless, bunch of great accessories, just a awesome looking Frank Castle. So I'd say that he's worthy for number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have this Secret Wars Wolverine, and the only reason he's not higher is because his shoulders are puny. He's got tiny shoulders, and I wish the brown was a little bit darker, but this is the color that he was in Secret Wars, so it works for me, and he fits right in with my Avengers shelf. So there were a lot of great Wolverine releases this year. We had the Deadpool and Wolverine one, we had the Astonishing Wolverine, we had the X-Men 97 Wolverine, but in my opinion, the brown and yellow Secret Wars Wolverine is the best of the bunch this year. Bub. Coming in at number 4, we have Secret Wars Captain America, and he is only coming in lower because he doesn't have butterfly joints and he doesn't have a full shield. He has the Bucky Cap shield, which looks amazing. You can see how nice and shiny and reflective that is. He comes with an extra head sculpt, extra hands, broken shield, And he's a great figure. I really can't complain. Oh, I forgot to put Hydra Cap up here. He was really cool too. But yeah, this version of Captain America is the one. I don't need another one. I don't need another Steve Rogers. Even if they had butterfly joints, I can't justify it unless he's slightly taller, and then I'll probably, you know me, I'm lying. Coming in at number 3, we have Warbird, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. Look at that beautiful head sculpt, beautiful costume. I do like her as Captain Marvel, but nothing beats the Warbird costume. And she's pinless. The only problem is she should be a little bit taller. She should be 6 feet tall. So she should be taller than Spider-Man and even a little bit more built. But I'm still happy to get this Warbird. I love Carol Danvers. She's a cool character and she's been around for a long time. And I really appreciate that we finally got one. And the evil Warbird, or evil Miss Marvel, looks really cool too. So Warbird is number, oh my god, did you see that? Warbird is number 3. I didn't even do anything, they just fell. At number 2, we have my third favorite Marvel character, She-Hulk. So it was a no-brainer. She's got a classic suit. I love that head sculpt with the big, awesome, beautiful hair. Purple and green, classic 80s and 70s look. Can't really beat it. It would have been great if she came with an angry head sculpt. That is really the only complaint I have. And maybe some more hands. But I love her so much. She's great. She is an amazing figure. It would have been awesome if they used this sculpt for Titania, but we got a new sculpt. But I really can't complain. It was really the year of Ladies Marvel Legends. And that leaves us with number 1. And who could have guessed that our number 1 is going to be our Secret Wars symbiote Spider-Man? I've been waiting for this one. Classic symbiote suit on the perfect buck, which is the Amazing Fantasy buck. It's the right height for Spider-Man, which is to say he is shorter than everyone other than Wolverine up here, and that is how it should be, because Spider-Man is supposed to be like 5'10 max, not 6'1", 6'2 like the Renew Your Vows body makes him. And the black suit is my second favorite Spider-Man suit. Of course, the red and blue is my favorite, but that's everyone's favorite. So the black suit is really the coolest, most awesome version, and I did put the retro card symbiote head on there because that is the classic head that he had originally during Secret Wars. So the Secret Wars retro card Spider-Man, we got 2 awesome head sculpts, all the hands we would want, perfect proportions. The only thing it's missing is toe articulation, but I actually did order some from Crafty Gecko, so those should be coming, and I will do a video on those when I add the toe joints or the toe articulation. You just swap the feet. So that is our top 10. If you like this video, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Just say hi and what's up and tell me what your favorite Marvel Legend was this year. Yeah, do all that stuff. What else is there? Like, subscribe, comment, check the Patreon, check the giveaways, check out my top 10 regular non-Marvel Legends action figure video. So I just did that one, and this one is gonna go up almost right after I edit it. So yeah, let me know what your top 10 is, or your favorite figure, how your day is going. I love you. I will see you next time. Keep your head up, stay brave. And yeah, happy 2024. And it really was a great year for Marvel Legends.